But guys, they're not ready yet. Chicken screamer, right?
Hello and welcome to today's video, and we start today's guide at the Guinness Storehouse in Dublin. And if you do take the Dublin Red tour bus here, it also stops at the Guinness Storehouse. And also there is horse and carriage rides which are available here outside the Guinness Storehouse. And now we step inside the Guinness Storehouse here and we see there's audio guide which is available in an array of different languages.
This signature is present on every single bottle and can of Guinness.
And the entry fee is usually around €21, but as this is a special music event day, it costs us €30, but I guarantee you it's worth every penny, as you will soon see. And you also get a ticket for a free pint of Guinness or a soft drink, and the taste test is also free, as you'll see in the next clip.
Favourite, it smells very similar to dark chocolate or coffee. This is because the roasting process is very similar to what's coffee or coffee bean. That's what it does. The roasted barley also gives Guinness its iconic colour, and the iconic colour is a deep shade of very deep red. Now you're all going to get one of these samples in just a moment. Just have 3 rules that you can buy before I buy to the bar. And for a good taste of work, you do kind of need some taste. You can hold on to those samples for a little longer before you do drink them. So with that, you can come up.
And now let's see and enjoy the free music that was at the Guinness Storehouse, and you'll see it here. We do see here now the Guinness famous advertising logos. Here we see Arthur Guinness founded the Guinness Brewery here at St. James's Gate in 1759. And I do recommend that the Guinness stew here at €19 is a great feed, and also I have to suggest you try the beautiful Guinness ice cream. It's absolutely amazing. we see the Guinness Gravity Bar with a 360-degree view of Dublin, and your free pint can be obtained here. And the music don't stop here. We now visit Temple Bar with live music, which is on 7 days a week. And the restaurants here have a good food selection here in Temple Bar, but the prices are astronomical, so I would recommend you try eat away from the Temple Bar area. And Leo Burdoc's famous chippy, it's over 100 years old and it costs around €15 for fresh fish and chips, which is not bad, I must say. Also, the Irish Immigration Museum is worth a visit here, and it's here on George's Quay here in Dublin. And we learn the life of immigrants that left Ireland's shores many years ago in search of a better life.
Where we tell their story. It was in 1817. CH Building was Dublin's first fireproof warehouse.
To commit this wanton woman to an Irish jail.
7 years on Dundeeman's land is the sentence. She may take the brat, but husband and sons
Remain here.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
A nation born, the world grieves.
There's always been a little green behind the red, white, and blue.
And the tour here at the Immigration Museum costs around €21. Again, a very interesting history lesson of where our descendants in Ireland went to such places like America, Australia, and further afield. And across from the Immigration Museum stands the Jeannie Johnson, which is docked here, and it's a famine ship that carried Irish passengers as far away as Australia. Many died though before they reached the destination. And a ticket aboard the ship costs around €14. And the Immigration Museum has a Lewis Red Line stop, and you can go from Abbey Street here to George's Dock. And where we see up ahead, you can see the Samuel Beckett Bridge, which is in the shape of a harp symbol, and you'll see this all throughout Dublin, even on the famous pints of Guinness. And now we stop at Trinity College, which houses the famous Book of Kells, and again the entry fee is priced at around €21. And Trinity is one of the oldest colleges in Europe, and it was established in 1592 by the decree of Queen Elizabeth I, and many scholars also studied here, like Oscar Wilde. And the Book of Kells is an ancient Celtic gospel, and it's written in Latin, and it's inscribed by monks at a monastery in Scotland, I think in Iona, and an Irish monk called Saint Columba, who settled in Ireland afterwards, so that's where the book might have come from. And although you can't see the actual full Book of Kells itself, You can experience the long room with its old book corridor, or you can see the oldest harp in Ireland, the Brewery harp, and learn more about the Book of Kells. And here we visit the Chester Beatty Museum. It's free to visit, and for more traditionalized music, also the museum is worth a visit, houses many oriental artifacts. So here's the Irish harp being played, as you will see. And a good place I can recommend for some nice coffee and pastries is the Queen of Tarts Cafe near Temple Bar. Lovely pastries that won't break the bank. And as you will see here in the next clip, we try some nice Guinness cake for €7.50 and a coffee for €4. But let me tell you, the Guinness cake, it takes two to eat it. It's such a feat, absolutely beautiful. We also see the Seamus Heaney exhibition, which is free to visit also and located across from Trinity College. It's also a great place to see the works belonging to the famous Irish poet. Inside this museum we also see the story of bog bodies that have been preserved and mummified by Irish peat.
Came in here in 1976. This attic was smaller at the time, and it had
And we now visit Dublin Castle, a place once owned by the British Royals and passed to Ireland after the War of Independence. It holds remarkable paintings and items of grandeur. It costs around €10 to visit for an adult single ticket. Also, the state apartments can be seen here were formerly the ceremonial quarters of the Victories, deputies of the British monarch. And this place holds some magnificent paintings, as you will see, of British and Irish aristocrats, I should say. And in the next painting we see a wife which looks like she's chasing her man. Here we see St. Patrick's Hall, and every 7 years the President of Ireland is sworn into office here, and it also hosts banquets for foreign heads of state visitors. Here the painting on the ceiling we see was painted by the famous Italian artist Vincenzo Waldri in 1789. Here we see the throne room, which was once the seat of British royal power in Ireland, and the throne was made for the first visit of King George in 1821, and also visited by his niece, which was Queen Victoria, when she visited in 1849. And here in the next clip here we see portraits of all the Irish presidents. The first Irish president inaugurated here was Douglas Hyde here coming up, and that was in 1938. And here we see the president, Douglas Hyde, the first president inaugurated here in Ireland. And coming up you'll see a bit of the history. If you want to pause it and read it, no problem. Now we also see one famous president here in Ireland, which was Eamon de Valera. He was born in New York, brought to Ireland at the age of only 2, and he did held the presidency from 1959 to 1973. And as you will see in the next clip here, Guided tours are also available. It's a bit extra the cost, it's €15 per head, but worth it if you need to learn the history, I suppose, a bit better.
Incredibly violent Irish civil war where brothers and families are split down the middle and shoot each other on the street. It eventually leads to Collins being assassinated 5 months after he signs the treaty in Cork in Belmont.
Also, a visit to St. Patrick's Cathedral may be worth a visit here, and it costs only €10, but if you want to go in to pray, it's for free, and it houses some great relics. Here we see a wooden sculpture of St. Patrick himself. And the stained glass windows are absolutely a splendour, reflects the light throughout. It's absolutely amazing place to see. And also a free place to visit I can recommend is Ireland's magnificent Museum of Archaeology, which holds some many great artifacts from Ireland. Here we can see the relics of St. Patrick's Bell, and also the museum here holds the Durin of Flan chalice, which is famous chalice thought to be designed by monks for ceremonial worship. And to get around Dublin, you can also rent some e-bikes, and they're all dotted around all over the city at some of the famous sites, and at a price of €3.50 for the day. It's absolutely worth it. But you do have to pay by credit card, of course, as a deposit in case the bike's not brought back. And the bike rentals are so cheap here in Dublin, even a fish can do it, as you can see, so why not give it a shot? Also, the Lewis tram system can be used, and there is 2 lines here. There's both red and green line, and a leap card may be used here, which can be downloaded on your phone and used to scan and tap at each point at the Lewis stops. And also, do not forget to tap out. Also, a plastic leap card can be obtained and loaded with credit from different Dublin shops and post offices. And also here you see now the Lewis tap point, so don't forget to tap in and tap out for each journey along the way. And there is a display at each stop stating the next tram arrival and its time. And here you will see the Lewis red timetable if you need to see it. It's not a 24-hour tram, so be vigilant of the times. Also, cash and card machines are available here at each stop, and if you do not have a leap card, you can pay by cash or credit card. Also, your leap card can be used on board Dublin bus, so you just scan at the entrance here and tap the machine, and that's it, on board you go. And if you wish to venture further around Dublin, the Dart is also here, and it's known as the Dublin Area Rapid Transit System and can be used, and I suggest a great visit to Holt, which is a lovely fishing village just outside Dublin. Great seafood, beautiful scenery, place I can suggest, and I will leave the link up above for my journey there. And there is also a Dublin Red bus hop on and hop off tour, which can be taken from the start point O'Connell Street, and it costs around €25 for a 24-hour ticket. And now we see one of the best hotels in Dublin, which is the Shelburne, with a price tag of over €1,000 per night. You can be sure to be treated with luxury here if you have the money. But myself, I'm not a rich YouTuber yet, but who knows, one day maybe we'll be. Also, a visit to O'Connell Street and Grafton Street is a must-see for the beautiful Irish live singing busking which can be seen, and it's also a great place for shopping. And I do hope you enjoy this journey through Dublin and you enjoy your time in Dublin. As for me, it's off for a pint of Guinness in the Guinness Storehouse. Sláinte.